Welcome student in second session from your textbook. Chapter number 2 is metal around us pure. Today we will continue this chapter. In last session we studied about the types of matter. In there are two types, pure substance and impure substance. So in that pure substance we studied elements and compound and that impure substance mixture, and also that introduction of the types of elements. So there are three types of elements: metals, non-metals and metalloids. So today we are going to discuss about the metal, okay, and one by one we are to discuss all the three types. So a metal is an element that malleable, ductile and conduct electricity. It means that element malleable, ductile, conduct electricity, these are properties. If an element, okay, अगर किसी भी element में ये property है तो it consider as a metal. For example, iron, copper, zinc, silver, gold, sodium, etc. These are metal. So we discuss now physical properties of metal. They are malleable. Malleable means what? Metal can be turned into thin sheet with a hammer without breaking. Okay, means when we beat that metal and it convert into thin sheet form, that is called the malleable property. So in there, aluminium, silver, copper, gold, these metals are easily that malleability properties are having. So in that, gold and silver metals are some of the best malleable metals. Aluminium and copper metals are also highly malleable metals. Okay, and about that silver, okay, silver metal can be hammered into thin silver foil because of its high malleability, and the silver foil are used, and that foil means जो पतली शीट फॉर्म हो जाती है, आपने देखा होगा चांदी का कवर जो रहता है पतली परत, okay, that is called the foil. So the silver foil are used for decorating sweets, okay, chocolates like that. And similarly in that, aluminium foil is also, means aluminium metal is quite malleable and can be converted into thin sheet called the aluminium foil. ये आपने देखा ही होगा, जैसे अपन जब होटल में या कहीं पे बाहर या घर पे भी अपन जब मीन्स टिफिन में खाना पैक करते हैं तो उसको मतलब कि एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल का यूज किया जाता है. ओके, सो एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल्स आर यूज्ड फॉर पैकिंग फूड आइटम्स लाइक बिस्किट, चॉकलेट्स, मेडिसिन्स, etc. So the malleability is an important characteristic of that metal. Okay, now next they are ductile. Ductile means what? There is a metals can be drawn, means जब आप metal को stress करते हो it convert into thin wires. Okay, all the metals are not equally ductile, means ये सभी metals equally ductile नहीं होते, varies from metal to metal. So some are more ductile than the other. Clear this one? So copper and aluminium metals are very ductile and can be drawn into thin wire which are used in electric wiring. Okay, and that gold and silver are among the best ductile metals. For example, just 100 milligrams of a highly ductile metal like silver can be drawn into thin wire about 200 meters long. So ductility is another important characteristic property of that metals. Clear this one? Now third, good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, means metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, so in that metals allow heat and electricity to pass through them easily. मीन्स वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और हीट को इजीली पास करते हैं, दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड द कंडक्टर्स. सो मेटल्स आर जनरली गुड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ हीट एंड दैट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. सो सिल्वर मेटल इज द बेस्ट कंडक्टर. सिल्वर मेटल इज द बेस्ट कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, एंड that copper and aluminium metals are also very good conductors and they are used to cooking utensils and water boilers etc. मीन्स जो कॉपर और एल्यूमिनियम है उसका यूज किया जाता है कुकिंग यूटेंसिल्स में, बर्तन में और वाटर बॉयलर्स में, आर यूजुअली मेड ऑफ दैट कॉपर एंड एल्यूमिनियम. क्लियर दिस वन? बट देयर इज ए एक्सेप्शन इज ऑल्सो देयर. ओके, एक्सेप्शन इज ऑल्सो देयर इन दैट silver is the best conductor of heat and electricity, and aluminum is copper also, but there is an exception. Mercury is a poor conductor of heat and lead is a poorest. Means mercury metal is also a poor conductor of heat and lead is there is a poorest conductor of heat. Now next is what? They are lustrous. Lustrous means shine, chamak. Okay. So for example, there is a gold, silver, copper. So in that means that's why they use, they can be polish also. Okay, polishing के लिए भी use किया जाता है. The property of metal having a shining surface is called the metallic luster. Okay, so in that because of that useful in making jewelries and decoration pieces के लिए उस metals को use किया जाता है shiny appearance के कारण. For example, gold and silver are used for making jewelry because there is a bright and shiny appearance are there, and there is a good reflectors of light also. Okay, so silver metal is an excellent reflector of light, remember that. Clear? Now next, they are hard. They are hard means वो बहुत ज़्यादा hard होते. So example, iron, aluminium, copper, and this varies from metal to metal. Means ऐसा नहीं है कि एक जैसी hardness हो रही है. Okay, they are varies from metal to metal, but exception are also there. Sodium and potassium are soft metal. Now that sodium and potassium are soft metal, okay, that it will be cut with the help of knife also, just like a boiled aloo. Okay, जो potato रहते हैं, आलू रहते हैं, कैसे with the help of that knife easily cut हो जाते हैं. So same like that, sodium and potassium are also there. Next property, they have high melting point and boiling points. Okay, except that sodium, potassium and calcium, because these are have the low melting point. And next property is they are sonorous. Sonorous means that metals make a ringing sound when we strike them. Means जैसे ही आप उसको metal को किसी से टकराते हैं, so it produces sound. Okay, it is due to that property of sonorous of metal. They are used for making bells, plate type musical instrument like that manziras. Okay, and that strict that musical instruments such as violin, guitar, sitar, etc. And you seen that is a bell. जो टेम्पल में जो बेल रहती है, घंटी रहती है, उसको आप जैसे ही स्ट्राइक करते हो तो इट प्रोड्यूसेस साउंड. सो जस्ट लाइक that. Okay, and non-metal does not produce the sound. So for that, these above properties, metals are widely used. Okay, in our daily life for a large number of purposes. For example, कुकिंग यूटेंसिल्स मीन जो बर्तन होते हैं कुकिंग करने के, वो सब इससे बनाए जाते हैं. इलेक्ट्रिक फैंस, मशीन्स, व्हीकल्स एंड दैट अदर इलेक्ट्रिक इक्विपमेंट्स ऑल्सो, जैसे एल्यूमिनियम और कॉपर की जो ड्रॉन डक्टिलिटी प्रॉपर्टी के कारण इससे वायर बनाई जाती है, इलेक्ट्रिक वायर ऑल्सो. ओके, सो आर ऑल मेड ऑफ मेटल्स और मिक्सचर ऑफ मेटल. मिक्सचर ऑफ मेटल्स मीन्स देयर इज 2-3 मेटल मिक्स टुगेदर एंड मेक द न्यू सब्सटेंस दैट इज कॉल्ड द alloys. Okay, so that is called the mixture of metal. So next element types of that non-metals. Okay, so non-metal is a element that is neither malleable nor ductile and does not conduct electricity. So means a metal which has these are characteristic, means neither malleable means वो sheet form नहीं करता है, ductile भी नहीं है, and conduct electricity, heat are not there. So they are called the non-metals. For example, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, okay, iodine, neon, helium, etc. like that. So these are what? Non-metals. So all the non-metals are solid or gaseous form. Means generally these metals are found in solid or gaseous form, except that bromine which is a liquid. Means जो bromine है, it is formed in the liquid. Okay, and non-metal at room temperature. Means all the non-metals are solid or gases at the room temperature except this bromine. Clear this one? Now next, physical properties. So they are not malleable and brittle. Means that not malleable means उसमें sheet form नहीं होती है. Okay, and that नॉन मेटल्स ब्रेक इनटू स्मॉल पीसेस. मीन्स जैसे आप उसको हैमर करते हो तो इट फॉर्म द ब्रिटलनेस. मीन्स उसमें ब्रेक डाउन मीन्स टुकड़े पीसेस हो जाते. ओके, सो दैट सल्फर, फास्फोरस आर सॉलिड नॉन मेटल्स विच आर नॉट that malleable. Okay, these are the example of that. So brittleness in that sulfur and phosphorus non-metals are brittle. When beaten with a hammer, they break into small pieces. So brittleness is a characteristic properties of solid non-metal. Next one is they are not ductile, means they cannot be drawn into wires. Okay, so that non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. Next, non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity, means this non-metal does not conduct and passes the electricity and does not conduct the heat, except that diamond and graphite. Okay, these are the carbon allotropes are there. Okay, allotropic forms of this carbon. So diamond it is means that that conduct of that heat. Okay, so diamond is a non-metal which is a good conductor of heat. Okay, and another form of that carbon element, that is a graphite. Graphite is a non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. Remember this. Okay, these are the exception. This type of that question is found in that MCQ question, means there is a objective type. So remember this, all the exception are there. Clear this one? Now next, they are not lustrous. Lustrous means shine, means they do not produce a shine, means dull in appearance, means उनका appearance कैसे रहता है? Dull. Except that iodine. Iodine having the lustrous appearance, means that iodine means are the shiny appearance, मतलब उसमें shine रहती, चमक रहती. Next, they are generally soft. Okay, आपने metal में पढ़ा था कि all the metals are hard. Okay, except that sodium and potassium. So here is they are generally soft, means ये generally कैसे रहते, soft रहते, except this diamond. You know that diamond, it is a carbon allotrope. So carbon is what? Non-metal. So diamond, it is a considered as the hardest substance. Diamond is the hardest natural substance known. Clear this one? So these are the exception. Now next, they have low melting point and boiling point. Okay, means metal में कैसा रहता था? High melting point and boiling point, but in this non-metal, low melting point and boiling point, except the graphite. Clear this one? Except the graphite. So that only one metal, graphite, has a very high melting point near about that 3700 degree Celsius. Clear? But majority of that non-metals are low melting point and boiling point. They are not sonorous, means they do not produce a sound. जैसे आप strike करते हो तो they do not produce sound. जैसे आपने for example कोयला, that is what carbon. जैसे आपने कोयला लिया और उस पे अगर आप means अगर strike करते हो तो they do not produce a sound. Okay, coal does not produce the sound. So they have many different colors, means उनके colors भी कैसे रहते हैं? Different. जैसे sulfur, उसका yellowish color है. Okay, carbon black color, like that. So some uses are also there of non-metals. Play important role in our daily life. Okay, non-metals play important role in our daily life. All the life on this earth, means जितनी भी life है, living organisms. Okay, we are also considered living organism. So all the life on this earth is based on the carbon compound. Means there is a smallest to greatest, मतलब छोटे से छोटा organism और बड़े से बड़ा organism. Okay, that life based on the carbon compound. Like proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins and enzymes, etc. Okay, are essential for the growth and development. You know very well that these are the 5 main nutrients, that protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, okay, minerals. So these are the important nutrients for our that body health. Okay, so are essential for the growth and development of living organism. And even that oxygen is also what? That non-metal, but it is essential for the breathing purpose and for the combustion also. Combustion means what? It helps in the burning. Okay, so these are the uses of that non-metal. So metal is also important for our life and non-metal is also important because that life is based on the carbon compound. Clear this one? Thank you.